What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap, and we are here for our midday tea talk. Today, we're discussing last night's episode of Basketball Wives LA. We're streaming live right now across YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Hello, everyone. Make sure you check in, comment. I can read your comments during the live, interact, answer any questions, and give me your feedback on last night's episode of Basketball Wives. Did you watch? Are you enjoying the season? I know. I say time again, no one's actually dating a basketball player. But the drama is really kicking up this season, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm enjoying it a little bit. So let's get into it. We're gonna go through last night's episode, my thoughts, hear your thoughts, and have a good time. Make sure, before I get started, make sure you catch my midday tea talks every day, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, discussing any shows that came on the night before. And make sure you catch my full podcast episode on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go through all the breaking news, reality TV news that have occurred that week. So I will be having a show this Thursday. Make sure you stop by and support, guys. Make sure that you are following me. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, X, what else am I on? TikTok, and my YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Now, let's get into last night's episode. We start off with Brooke at the tattoo shop, where she is covering up tattoos of her ex-husband. She said she was covering up because of her new man. Now, I have to be honest, I feel like Brooke is moving a bit fast. We know last season we saw Brooke with her husband. He had cheated. She was looking to divorce him. She then withdrew the divorce, and they were working it out. By the time we got to the finale, or the reunion, I should say, they were no longer working it out, and she was going through with the divorce. She has finalized her divorce. Started off this season saying that she was just going to date, do whatever she want. We saw her go on one date with a retired MLB player. He brought her a Chanel bag to their date. She said she knew him for a long time. But yeah, he brought her a Chanel bag. Guess that didn't work out. She had some whirlwind weekend with a guy from, I believe, Boston. I want to say his name is Keith. She had a whirlwind weekend with this guy. She came back talking about they thought they were going to move in together, talking marriage, and now she is covering tattoos of her husband's initials on her finger and I think on her neck as well, because she said they are official now. Her and this new guy, they are official. I think we're going to meet him or see him in the upcoming episode next week. I'll definitely give you guys a sneak peek of the episode, but yeah, I don't know. Feels like Brooke is moving a bit fast, but I guess, hey, when you know, you know. So she's saying they are official, they are in a relationship, and this is her guy. So she was letting Evelyn and Jacille know that that was the move that she was making, and that, boom, she got a man. Went from not wanting to be serious to in a whole full-on relationship and discussing marriage. So yeah, I hope it works out for her. It's very fast, very furious, but like I said, I guess when you know, you know. During this meetup at the tattoo shop, Evelyn let Brooke know that she had met with Cheyenne. We saw in not last night's episode, but the episode before, Cheyenne and Brooke had, a real almost altercation at Cheyenne's event, where she asked people to stand up. Brooke didn't stand, although she was not the only one that didn't stand. For whatever reason, Cheyenne called her out, and Brooke let her know, don't call me out in front of your guests again, that's rude. Cheyenne called her tasteless and classless, and they, got to standing up. Cheyenne mother and I think Cheyenne aunt and grandmother, cousins tried to jump in there trying to fight Brooke. They had to break it up and leave the event. So Evelyn met with Cheyenne. And I said to you guys last week, like, Evelyn is mad at Brandy for Brandy trying to get Brooke and Jackie to meet. Yet you're still trying to be friends with Cheyenne after Cheyenne and y'all met, and she's calling Brooke tasteless and classless and telling you that they at war, but Brooke is your friend. I don't get it. But yeah, Evelyn let Brooke know that she met with Cheyenne, trying to see if they could have a conversation. Brooke didn't seem ready for that. But I liked what Brooke said. Brooke said, you know what? You can't try to clown me. Like, you don't even know me. You know of me, and you trying to clown me in a room full of women that I don't know. And I said, yeah, makes sense. You know, I wasn't mad at Brooke. I feel like Brooke didn't do anything wrong, even though she didn't stand at Cheyenne's event. She raised her hand like they were eating. And again, she wasn't the only one that didn't stand, but you know, Brooke doesn't seem like she here for Cheyenne, so Evelyn's gonna have to put that friendship on ice, clearly, if she wants to, you know, maintain her loyalty and friendship with Brooke. So that's how that started off. Brandy also met with Jackie last night. She met with Jackie, and Jackie apologized to her for their interaction at Cheyenne's event because, you know, Jackie called Brandy a shit starter at the event. And I like what Brandy said then too. Brandy said, I ain't no shit starter, I'm a shit finisher. Hello. That's what I'm talking about. I love a good witty comeback. I love good wit. That's my thing. So yeah, she apologized, and Brandy again was trying to get Jackie on the same page with the other girls, saying you need to talk to, you know, Brandy. Talk to Brooke, Evelyn. She said, but you know, those are harder situations for you. So let's start with Jen. And she was suggesting that Jackie have a conversation with Jen, and Jackie was on board with that. She said she has no beef with the girls. You know, she's done her interviews or said how she felt, leaked her, you know, voice notes or whatever online. And she said she's just trying to prove her innocence. She said it's really them having a beef with her. You know, Evelyn is the one telling everybody she sold cat back in 1987. So she said they got some, you know, they could tell me why they feel this way towards me or why they're, you know, doing these things to me. So she seemed on board with meeting with Jen. So I think Brandy was trying to set that up, and she had Jen over for a conversation to try to butter her up to talk to Jackie. Now let's talk about Brandy for a second, because in this scene we saw Brandy setting up her one little lonely ring light, and she was also practicing for auditioning, or like an audition for a movie. I do feel like Brandy uses this show, and I ain't mad at her because you should, but we don't really see much of what's going on with Brandy life. She's here really promoting the cookbook for seasons that we haven't seen yet. Now she's, you know, doing her movie and auditions, but it's like, we need to see what's going on. What's your dynamic with your husband, Jason? They're all the way in Texas while she's here. I don't, you know, she really doesn't seem to actually live in LA. Only comes there for taping, to be honest, is what, you know, that's just my thoughts, allegedly, of how her family dynamic is. But what's really going on with Brandy, we've yet to scratch the surface of. She gave us a little information on why she stays with Jason last night. We'll get into that, but yeah, I just had to bring that up. I'm not getting where her dynamic is with this group from a basketball wife's perspective, to be honest. But hey, then again, nobody's actually dating a basketball player, so what can I say there? But yeah, Brandy and Jen had a conversation, and Jen, you know, Brandy let her know that she wants her to talk to Jackie, and that's what Jen came up with, the idea that she's gonna have a parlay, because she has a movie premiere coming up. Jackie's in the movie, so of course she's gonna be there, and she didn't want to call it a Ponderosa. Y'all know Jackie and her Ponderosas getting everybody together, that never pan out well. But she said she was gonna call it a parlay, but she was gonna get with Jackie beforehand, and she did that. We saw last night, you know, Jen is trying to sell this movie, honey, because y'all know she gotta help her fiance Christian with that $250,000 restitution. So she's trying to sell this movie. So she met with Jackie and showed Jackie her parts in the movie, which I actually thought was good. Jackie really got some acting chops, I think. It was a small part. I didn't see much, so who am I to judge? But I really thought that Jackie did good in the movie, as well as Jen. Their scene together looked really good. So yeah, Jen trying to sell that movie to help pay for that restitution, honey. so that her man could go to Paris and marry her. So after, Jackie viewed the movie, they talked and she let her know that she was having her parlay. She wanted Jackie to come. And Jackie was like, "You sure you want me to come?" And, she said, "My tongue cut." She was like, "I want you to say what it is you have to say. I want us to have an adult conversation and everybody get off their chest, what they need to say so we can move forward." So again, Jackie agreed to come to the parlay. I have to look that up. I've only heard that in like a rap song before, the word parlay, but I don't know if it means sit down or anything like that. I'm about to look that up right now. What does parlay mean, y'all? Who knows what parlay means? But yeah, excuse me, y'all. I'm still getting over my cold. Cause I thought you do parlay and betting. Right, I don't know. It says turn an initial stake or winnings from a previous bet into a greater amount, or a series of bets in which winnings occurring from each transaction. Yes, I don't know if parlay is the right word that she's using for it, but that's what she called it. It's a parlay. Okay. Jacel's son came into town last night. We saw that as well. Jacel's son came into town while she's planning her wedding to her fiance. Her wedding is 2 weeks away, and she's stressed about it because her fiance, she plays overseas basketball, and while she's playing overseas, when she comes back, she only has about, I think, a week or so, or 2 weeks before she starts playing and has to play for the WNBA. So excuse me. So yeah, she's stressed. Now, what I didn't understand with her son in town, why you would take him somewhere to have a suit made from scratch. He was asking her how many buttons on the suit, what color the print. Like, girl, if you don't just go to a tuxedo shop and rent a suit. I did not understand why she took him to a place where the suit would need to be made from scratch for a small wedding, intimate wedding at that, where they're not even going to have all their family members. It's going to be a very small, intimate wedding. So I just thought you is unnecessarily stressing yourself out, girl. Just go on to David's Bridal or something like that, rent a tuxedo and move on. But yeah, Jacel's son was in town. That's our first time seeing him. Jacel's son lives in her hometown while she's again here with her fiance, trying to get everything together. She wants them to become one family unit. It does seem like her son approves of her fiance, and that her fiance does a lot for her son. He plays basketball. He's in school, so she's trying to just be a mother, doing it from all over. Her fiance is overseas. She's in LA, and her son is back in her hometown. So I hope that works out for them. We'll be seeing the wedding in upcoming episodes, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, Evelyn, Jen, and Brandy, they met up at Pilates last night, where again Jen talked to Evelyn and Brandy about her fiance's restitution, and saying that he has this $250,000 restitution. They're trying to get it paid, and Brandy asked the $1 million question: is Jen gonna help him pay for the restitution? She said she would help to a certain extent. Girl, you gonna have to pay that. His skill that you said in trading, if his skill is affording a lifestyle, excuse me, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to go ahead and pay his restitution, or already had it paid, y'all. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me drink some water. I am trying my best to get over this cold, this little summer cold, but it got me in a chokehold, for real. But yeah, what did he do? $1 million question, MJ. That's what we're trying to figure out, because he said in past season that he had an altercation with an ex-girlfriend. He says the judge didn't like him and he went to jail. Oh my God. But that's not something you get a restitution for. Usually you get a restitution for scamming, fraud, and robbing, where you have to pay money back for what you took. So it's not making sense at all. And I'm still trying to understand that and get to the bottom of it. I will say, Evelyn said last night, same thing, like it's not adding up. And she, her with her PI investigating, she said that she was wondering if she should dig and investigate, and she said she was going to leave it alone. But no, Evelyn, you investigating Jackie selling cat in 1987. You need to help your friend out and do some investigation. Vanessa was on to something last season when she started digging and saw he had another child, that he had even got into trouble, things like that. So somebody called Vanessa to finish the investigation, honey, because it's not making sense why he has a $250,000 restitution for something that seems like a simple DV case. That's alarming in itself, that you had some type of altercation with your ex-girlfriend, but then also that you have this restitution. And Jen is just finding out about this restitution really in this past couple of episodes. You already engaged to him and you're just now finding out how much his restitution is. And it has to be paid before their wedding, because it could potentially, I think he's on parole or something, it could potentially be denied for him to even go to Paris. So like I said, Jen is trying to get this movie sold so she can help pay that restitution. But it's not making sense. So I hope Evelyn does go back and kind of investigate that, or we find out more. She's less than a month away from marrying him. She's still, I saw on her page that she had her bridal shower. They've been visiting Paris to finalize the wedding, so it might be paid already. We'll see as the season goes on. They already taped the reunion, but they are getting married in just about, I want to say about 3 weeks or so. Jen and Christian are getting married, so we'll see what happens with that restitution. But it was not making sense, and I hope Evelyn does dig into it. I'm looking forward to that. I really hope that she does. Now also, excuse me, I'm sniffing and coughing, y'all. Please bear with me. I just could not miss my videos this week, so the show must go on. But also after that conversation, we get to the parlay. And everyone shows up to the parlay except for Brooke. And Brooke definitely made it known that she didn't know if she was going to show up or if she could be in Jackie's energy, space, that she just triggers her. So at the point of the parlay, you have Brandy, Jacille, Evelyn, Jen. Jackie shows up and she brings Cheyenne with her. Uninvited Cheyenne. Like, girl, we don't even know if Brooke want to see you, let alone you and Cheyenne, honey. But Cheyenne came up in there, but Jen nipped that in the bud real quick and said, like, look, Cheyenne, I ain't know you was coming. I ain't even got no table places for you. Like, I ain't got no place setting for you. You sit here and keep it on mute. Keep it cute and on mute, because we got to get to the bottom of the girls, the group and their issues with Jackie. We ain't really got, low-key, that's basically what she was saying. We ain't really got time for your issues, Cheyenne, right now. We got to deal with Jackie. So she understood. She said, no problem. She sat there. I guess she was just, Jackie's backup at that point. But, yeah. So Evelyn starts, and she's saying that she's trying to understand why her and Jackie is in this place, that she didn't do anything to Jackie. She goes back to the comment that Jackie made about her daughter being a builder whore. Now, they did a flashback, and it came to me, because there's been so many seasons of Basketball Wives, it came to me. Okay, how did we get to the whole builder whore comment that Jackie made, right? Now, if you recall, one of Jackie's daughters wrote a book, or, was putting out stories about Jackie being an unfit mom to her growing up, that she would have her on these extreme diets and walking treadmills, and even saying that because she was, this one daughter was a darker skin than her sister, that she was treated differently. Don't know if that's true or not, but that was her side of the story. Jackie seems to have a great relationship with her other daughter, but you guys remember back then, I guess Evelyn had her PI hat on, where she reached out to Jackie's daughter. It was like getting this information about Jackie, and Jackie didn't actually call Evelyn's daughter Builder Whore, but she did say, like, you're believing all this stuff. What if I believed what they're saying on the internet about your daughter and how she's a builder whore? That's where the comment came from. So we have to remember Evelyn was doing some digging too, and kind of out of place with what she was doing and reaching out to Jackie's daughter. So we have to remember that now. So Jackie right away was like, look, I ain't going down this road, because they had got past that, y'all. They had got past it. So I don't know if that's valid for Evelyn to be using that as why she looked up or did this investigation on Jackie, and finding, or this alleged information that Jackie said is not true. But Jackie did not want to hear it at that point. Jackie was like, no, we keep going backwards. This is silly. This is beneath me. She got up and she left. Her and Cheyenne, they left out in their little funeral limousine, and they went on about their business. Now, after Jackie left, Brooke showed up, and Brooke dropped the tea, honey. Now, Brooke said that she had been on the phone the last 72 hours with Sunday, who at the time was Jackie's business partner. They were trying to start a production company. If you guys don't remember Sunday, she was on probably about one season. I don't even think it was 2 seasons, where she got into they went away on a girls trip, and she got into some beef, and Drea punched her in her face and rocked her eye. She had a huge knot on her eye. So you have to remember Sunday from when Drea knocked her ass in her face. But this is the girl, Sunday, that Jackie was partnered with to start a production company. It must have went sour. Sunday was saying that, Jackie's a liar, a fraud, and she let Brooke in to allegedly listen to Jackie and Sunday's conversation on mute, where she basically went down the line and said that Jackie said that she's tired of hearing Giselle's voice. I'm not tired of hearing Giselle's voice, but I can't get past her sounding like Glorilla. Every time I look at her, I feel like in the back of my head when she's talking to our heads, yeah, Glo. Just being honest. She does sound, I know they're from the same hometown, but I just cannot get past her sounding like Glorilla. But yeah, she said she's tired of Giselle's voice. She said she hates Evelyn and Shawnee. What did she say about Jen? Oh, that nobody cares about Jen dating or marrying Christian. Nobody cares about that. And then she said some hurtful things about Brandy. I think Brandy was the one that was hurt. She was saying she doesn't understand why Brandy's on the show unless she's gonna have a baby, which we already know. If you don't know, Brandy had ovarian cancer, so she can't have any more children, only through IVF. So she was like, we already know her situation. She can't have children, and is she gonna divorce Jason because he's cheated on her with over 350 women, which we know from Brandy and Jason being on Ayana Fix My Life. So girl, apparently Jackie was reading the girls for filth on this conversation with Sunday, and Sunday let Brandy hear it. So Sunday let Brooke hear this information, and Brooke let everybody know what had been said. There was no proof, no voice note. We're just going by what Brooke said. And of course, everyone believes her. I believe her too. But it's just a lot of phone tapping, listening to conversations, voice recording conversations in this group. And to me, that shit is shady to me. Like, why are you recording conversation or letting people in on mute? I don't know. I don't know what Sunday's trying to get at by doing that. We did see some beefing offline with Sunday and Jackie going back and forth. I guess their production company is down the drain. But Brooke spilled the tea, honey, and told everything. If y'all need to see the highlight of that in last night's episode, it's on my page right now. But we're going to see where this takes us, because now everybody got beef with Jackie. So it's like Jackie versus the group at this point. We still have the reunion that recently taped to get through as well. But I did, sneak peek coming for you guys, let you in on a little bit of tea. It looks like Shawnee will be showing up to talk to Jackie about what was said. She's going to show up and talk to her. We'll see how Jackie faces the group moving forward with what she said. And even with Brandy was really hurt. She was crying because she's the one that's really been trying to bridge the gap between Jackie and the rest of the girls. She's been trying to bring her back into the group to have a conversation and get her back on the right terms. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I enjoyed last night's episode. Again, yeah, nobody's dating a basketball player, but I'm still enjoying the drama of this season. I will give you highlights, like I said, of the upcoming episodes for next Monday. Make sure you are watching. But let me know how you feel about Basketball Wives. You can comment if you're not able to watch this video live. It's up on my YouTube soon as we end. You can watch the full video there, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Look out for highlights on my page tonight. I did give you a sneak peek of tonight's episode of Real Housewives of Dubai. What else do we have coming on? I gave a sneak peek yesterday of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I'll give you another one today. So I will be back tomorrow discussing Real Housewives of Dubai on the Midday Tea Talk, as well as Love and Hip Hop ATL. I'm going to try to sneak in Surreal Life. I'm enjoying Surreal Life. I just love the story of the disgrace, like Hollywood stars, and them giving their side of the story and seeing them being human. So if you're not watching Surreal Life, give it a chance. It comes on after Love and Hip Hop ATL on MTV on the same channel. It's Surreal Life, Villa of Secrets. OT Genesis is on there. Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta is on there, as well as Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hanks. There's a few people. The Teen Wolf guy, I don't know his name, but Teen Wolf guy from MTV series when that was really popular, he's on there as well. But I'm enjoying that show, so I think I'm going to try to sneak it in there and force you guys to start watching it as well. So that is my Midday Tea Talk for today on Basketball Wives. Be sure to join me tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the Midday Tea Talk on Housewives of Dubai, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and sneak in a little bit of Surreal Life. And don't forget my podcast, full episodes every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're always streaming live across Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you can't watch it live, again, you can go to my YouTube channel to see all these videos. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, like, share, subscribe. Cash App is in the corner to help promote, help keep Reality Recap growing. I appreciate you guys, and have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.